Yeah, I know we've all heard this song and dance before, but this time it's really gonna happen. I swear. Ladies and geeks, Happy New Year and welcome back to the channel that brings you all the news that's not fit to print. The new year is already starting off with a bang, bringing us a headline that many true longtime Disney and Lucasfilm fans have been dreaming of for years. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons for pop culture news, reviews, and semi-informed opinions. As of January 6, an article from InsideTheMagic.com broke the news that Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy are slated to exit Disney and Lucasfilm with major overhauls revealed. Now this should come as no surprise regarding Iger. His contract expires this year, with the embattled CEO making it clear he was seeking a replacement before his tenure was up. Kennedy, on the other hand, has always been a loose cannon, in more ways than one. Rumors of her exit from Lucasfilm have been flying fast and furious for years, and this walking, talking example of the Peter principle in action has been harder to remove than a mud stain from a wool blanket. Now it appears that her slew of disastrous failures, critically panned projects, and her infuriating habit of villainizing the franchise's male fan base has finally come back to haunt her. Of course, we should have expected nothing less from the confirmed worst personal assistant Steven Spielberg ever had. She single-handedly destroyed my childhood by taking heroes like Luke Skywalker and Indiana Jones and turning them into sad, emasculated shadows of their former selves. Now, like some corporate corner office dwelling horde of locusts, she's gonna just move on to some other crop to destroy. I can only hope that whatever new leadership Lucasfilm gets won't be some plague of biblical proportions. As to who will take up the reins after these two step aside, signs currently point to Disney Experience's chairman Josh D'Armo as Iger's successor. With his charisma and experience as president of Disneyland, he's likely the strongest candidate. However, he faces opposition from critics who blame him for rising prices, reduction of park entertainment, and other unpopular changes. Personally, I wish he'd just get rid of the damn reservation system so I can go whenever I want. Meanwhile, back at the Lucasfilm Ranch, reports claim that Dave Filoni is set to become co-president along with Lin-Wen Brennan because apparently it takes two people to clean up the Category 5 disaster that Kennedy created. Lucasfilm is expected to make the official announcement within the next 2 weeks, so we'll see if any of this actually comes to pass. Fan reaction right now is a little mixed, especially considering Filoni was Kennedy's right-hand right-hand man during disastrous IPs like Ahsoka and the abysmal third season of The Mandalorian. Personally, I would have liked to have seen someone like Jon Favreau, a creative visionary who didn't want the meddlesome Kennedy anywhere near his set to lead the company. I guess if wishes were horses, disenfranchised Star Wars fans would ride. Now the 800-pound hut in the room, that is the question on everyone's mind, is, has the damage been done? Are the tarnished franchises and reputations of Disney and Lucasfilm beyond saving? Considering the 15-plus years of fan bashing, piss-poor writing, and identity politics being crammed into every IP Disney bothered to release, it would take at least a decade to repair the damage and would involve returning to the classic quality entertainment Disney was once known and celebrated for bringing to the world. I'll leave you geeks with this eloquently stated quote that I really wish was mine to wrap up my thoughts on this one. Until they realize that the magic of Star Wars lies in it being a once-in-a-generation cinematic event and not an evergreen franchise, things aren't going to improve, said one ex-user. We need fewer projects of a higher quality. Truer words have never been spoken, and hopefully the new leadership at Disney takes that to heart. You let me know what your thoughts are on this one in the comments, and until the next video, you keep it nerdy. Take care.